Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of TerraFirmaCraft with myself, Lewis. I hope you're all good. And between this episode and last, I haven't really done too much. I literally just had a little sleep because I was pretty tired. And if we go up here, we're going to see that not really much has changed. I've been collecting wood and stockpiling a load of charcoal, so this way we're pretty good to be set on what we want to do this episode. Now I've got some tin, which is good. I managed to make another tin, and I've just been getting myself a load of these ceramic molds, which have been taking a long time to do. Looks like my wood has burnt out on these guys as well, but I think that's because I went to sleep. So yeah, we'll put those in there. Maybe do a bit of meat, just keep it going for the time being. Now today I want to work on making a bloomery, and a bloomery is what we're going to use to actually make use of all of the iron that we have downstairs, because we have almost a whole chest full of iron and we want to use it. Obviously we want to make it into tools and do some cool stuff with it, so we're not stuck in the tin age. We're going to move into the iron age, the actual kind of the good age, or copper even. Copper, that's the one. Copper. God, iron. Totally failing. But yeah, we're going to use all of this copper and do some good stuff with it. But to do that, we need to make a few things first, as always, as it is Minecraft. And to do this, we need to make a few things. So we're going to go ahead and make one of these guys. And I'm just going to throw all of my inky stuff on here, and we're going to make a chisel head. Now this is why I have the tin, because we're going to need to craft the tin, and we're going to have to turn it into a chisel. So we're going to take this and take this guy and put him in there, so we've got our chisel good to go. And which one of these is fairly heated up? Yeah, this guy's pretty good, isn't it? There we gotta wait for him to warm out first. So I'm gonna put my mold in there on my tin, and we're gonna give it a little minute to heat up and see how well we do. So it's all warming. Pretty sure tin is just around the 3-star very hot mark. We'll find out, but I think it's around about there, and then we should be good to go and bash it all up and turn it into a chisel head. And we're going to need a chisel head to work on some of the rocks that we've got, because to make a bloomery we need a fair few things to do it, and it needs to be laid out in a specific way, as it is a TerraFirmaCraft multi-block, so there's a few things that we need to do. Now I'm just going to see if we can do it when it's like this. Can we do it now? What is it? Oh, can't see what I'm doing. Let's get rid of this guy. There we go. So draw, hit. So yeah, we could. Cool. So we want to go back a little bit. So draw. Right, too far. Let's go forward a little bit. No, too far. Oh, I don't like doing this. Draw, hit. There we go. Tiny chisel head. Cool. Right. So now we're going to put this with some sticks, and we should get ourselves a tin chisel. Beautiful. And with a tin chisel, we need to work on some of the rocks that we found around the place. Now, you can use any rocks for this. Obviously, it depends on the biome you're in and all the bits that you've got, but I've got basalt, so I'm going to use the basalt rock to do this. So we're going to throw this guy with this and our chisel, and bam, we've got loads of basalt bricks. Pretty nice, right? And these guys are awesome because they won't fall just like regular rock either, so if you put it against something they won't just fall down and explode. So using these guys is definitely a good shout, and we can use these to make multiple things. Obviously we've still got some vanilla recipes in here, so we can go ahead and make things like the basalt brick walls, which is perfect for keeping out all the creepers and all the evil guys, but we're going to use it for something else. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our crafting table, and we're going to go like this and put a charcoal in there. We're going to get a bloomery block, but that's not all we need. We do need a few more things before we can do this. So let's go upstairs, and we're probably going to do this guy round about here, I think. And everything's looking pretty good. We've got our molds, which is very nice. Let's see if I can stack these guys up. They never want to stack properly. It seems to work when you do this though. Come on, there we go. Bam. So shift clicking seems to work, but for some reason doing it any different way just does not want to work. So I need my shovel for this as well. So we're going to dig up a bit of dirt, and we're going to make this guy look awesome. Bam, got myself a shovel. Now you can, like I say, you can use different bricks for this, but really the basalt ones just look so nice. So we're going to get rid of you and all these guys. Now the way that I'm going to build it is not how it has to be. I'll show you how it has to be once we've built it the first time around. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop these guys like this. There we go. And I think we're probably going to need more bricks. So let's just go grab some bricks and use our chisel on those guys. I think we've got enough bricks. We've got a fair amount. Yeah, we've got loads of basalt. We'll use half a stack. Half a stack's a good amount, I think. Bam, there we go. Alright, so like I say, this is a multi-block structure, so you have to build it in a certain way, otherwise it will not work. Now we're going to put you like this, and we're going to leave the front open. There we go. Now we're going to build one more layer on top. Now you could go another 3 layers above, I think, but we're just going to go this many, and I'm going to pop this guy here. Now you see that that block didn't fall down. That's the joys of when you chisel your bricks. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put another brick here, like that, and have a nice little chimney area like this, which is awesome. Now the next thing I want to go ahead and do is I want to pop this guy in the front just here, and if you've done it just right, you'll see the Bloomery block changes. It makes that cool little face there, and that means that you're looking pretty good to do all the stuff that you need to be doing. Now we've got our charcoal on us, which is always good, and we've got this guy, so let's pop these like this, make a nice little stairway getting up to the top. And what we're going to do is we're just going to test it to make sure it's working. So if we throw a bit of charcoal in it and it gets sucked in like that, that means that your Bloomery is working, and we get a very nice little kind of look just here to show that everything is going swimmingly. Now I'm going to go get all of my copper and bits, and we'll be right back, and let's get this guy going, shall we? Alright, so we got a stack of copper. Now when it comes to using this guy, you need to make sure that you keep it topped up with charcoal, and you can't use coal either. If you find any coal around, it's not going to do nothing, but we want to use the charcoal to obviously get this guy going. So we're going to put another blob in here to get it started up. There we go, and we should be able to see that our Bloomery block is active. Yep. So now we're going to throw a few of these in. So let's put, I don't know, 4. We'll do 4, and we'll throw in 4 of these guys. Bam, like that. And let's just go have a look and see how we're doing. So you want to try and keep it on a 1:1 ratio. So try and keep this as kind of close to it as you can. And I'm going to throw a little bit more coal in there just to make sure, because you always end up running out of coal. Oh, that guy is just on the edge. There we go. Now let's go and check it out. So if it's working fine, then what you're going to find is your charcoal and your ore should always be around about the same, and then this guy will go up. If they're not, and you've got more ore than charcoal in there, generally you'll find that it's not going to do anything. Now when it gets to a certain heat and it's been in there long enough, the ore's obviously going to smelt down, and with that we're going to have output ore that's going to go in here, and then we can drain it with molds. So that's why I've been making a load of molds, because we need a fair few for the amount of copper that we've got downstairs, and we've got a decent amount of charcoal to kind of get us going. You're going to need more, so make sure you stockpile all your charcoal, because you're going to need quite a bit of that charcoal. Now when it comes to putting in the amount of charcoal and copper that you can put in there, I've generally found it's around about a stack of copper, and then obviously your equivalent of charcoal with that guy as well, and that seems to work perfectly fine. If you put too much in there, then you're going to reach the top, and that's not good, because it means you can't really put anything else in there, and then you're stuck. So make sure you get it just about right, and if you break your Bloomery block, then that's a nightmare, because it means you then have to make another one. It's probably not that expensive really, because it's only just some stone, chisel, and a bit of charcoal. But I guess if your chisel's broke, then you've got to go get a bit of a tin or something like that, and it just ends up kind of being a bit of a nightmare. So this guy's working alright, but he takes his time. It does take time to do all of this, and bear in mind that obviously the Bloomery is the only way of smelting down copper. Copper inside your regular fire pits is going to do nothing. You can only use the basic metals to do all that sort of stuff. So as you start progressing through TerraFirmaCraft and starting to work your way up the chain, getting all the cool stuff going, you're obviously going to need new multi-blocks like this guy to actually do any of that. And this guy is one of the things that you're definitely going to need. Now, I haven't got a pickaxe on me because I lost it last episode, and I haven't made one since, because I wanted to keep that tin to make the chisel, otherwise we couldn't have really done this. But you can get rid of these side blocks just along the sides here, and that goes for the ones at the back as well. If you take those and just have a kind of chimney look, so a nice kind of a cross, then that works perfectly fine as well. And you can see that all our ore has been used, and we've got some output. So what have we got? Hey, we've got one full amount of copper there, and if we put this in, you'll find that we'll get a little bit at the end as well. So we've got a nice little bit there. So that went from what was that, 4 bits of copper. So 4 bits gave us 1 full mold and a tiny little bit there. I'm going to go ahead and throw some more in because I want to use all of my copper. So let's get rid of all of this guy, and we'll throw some more charcoal in there. So we threw about 4 in there, so let's throw about 5 of you guys in there, and we should be looking pretty good. Yeah, we're pretty much around about the right point, and obviously it's gotten to the heat now that it needs to be for it all to work perfectly fine, which is good. Now, once we get our copper like this, there is not really too much you can do until you've made a few other bits and bobs, which I think I'm going to cover in the next episode, because this episode, we've made this guy, and this is quite a big structure to be making. Now, if you was to put your copper in here, so heat it up and put it in here, you're not really going to be able to do too much. You can make the ingots, but that's pretty much it. Actually, let's go ahead and see if we can make an ingot out of this. So yellow and liquid at the minute. We don't want a liquid at the minute, we want it to turn back to regular, so let's give it a minute, and if it turns back to regular, we'll give it a go and see if we can hit it into shape. But once we've managed to get an ingot out of it, that's pretty much all you can do, because to work on metals that are advanced metals like copper, you need to work it with its equivalent. So the hammer that we've got is just a regular stone hammer, so the one up from that is basic metals like tin, and if we was to use it on these guys to make anything, it won't do anything because it's just not good enough. You can't bash around copper to turn it into stuff with a stone hammer. It wouldn't work, you just end up breaking your hammer. Now, how are we doing? So this guy's still liquid, so we'll just give it a few more minutes. Now, one thing to note with the Bloomery, this guy here, is when it was created, TerraFirmaCraft and all that good stuff, and when they added it into it, they tried to make it as realistic as possible. So when they used to use Bloomeries a long time ago, back in the day, they used to... still liquids, they used to put off a lot of gases, a lot of bad gases. So what they used to do is they used to build them down a little bit so the gases weren't too bad, but the problem doing that is it makes them a lot less efficient. So, oh nice, we've got another one there, and got a little bit more in there, nice. So yeah, it makes it a lot less efficient. So if you go and build this guy underground, you're going to find that it's not going to be as efficient as it needs to be. Oh nice, I think we're almost there. Alright, let's have a look, see what we can do. So we just want to knock this guy out. So the last is hit, hit, hit. Oh, that's not too bad, is it? Just a load of hits. Alright, so we'll punch it up. No, we'll shrink it up even. Give it an upset. And then hit, hit, hit. Hey, got ourselves a copper ingot. Nice. And let's try and do it with this guy as well. How are we doing with this? Oh, he's on yellow at the minute, so yeah. But there you go, that's the Bloomery, that's how it works. Obviously you can use that to make metals. You can't use that for all metals, there are a few other bits that you have to add to this to make certain things, and one of those, if I show you in here, is a bellows. This guy right here, so we need leather and planks. Well actually we probably could go make this guy now, but I don't think we can set it up just yet. So we need planks, we've got planks, yeah, we've got planks and we've got leather. Let's try and give this guy a go. I've never used one of these before, so let's find out. Bam, a bellows, nice. So with a bellows, which we can't use in this episode unfortunately because I haven't got a pickaxe because I'm noobing one out. But if we destroyed the blocks down here, you can apply the bellows to the side of your Bloomery, and that means that it will reach its potential heat a lot faster than it normally would, and it will hold its heat faster. But the problem in doing that is your charcoal is going to be used up a lot faster as well. So the 1v1 ratio for ore output is not going to be the same. You're going to end up going for a lot more charcoal, but you're going to sustain the heat within your Bloomery a lot better, which is kind of nice. And for certain metals you do have to have one of these guys, one of the bellows on there to use some of it. So more advanced metals will need the bellows to get the intense heat that you need from all of it. Let's see if this guy's done just yet. So we're almost there, almost there. I want to bash this one around one last time because I'm intrigued to see whether it's going to be hit, hit, hit on every time that we just get a bit of metal out of here. And we're almost there. We're on orange 4-star liquid, so get in there slowly. I think I'll put some of my stuff downstairs. And in the next episode, we're going to go ahead, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a way of crafting our copper. And we need to make double copper ingots to make some of the tools that we're going to need. So pickaxes, all that cool stuff. And yeah, it's going to take time. Oh, here we go. Nice. So yeah, hit, hit, hit every single time. It's not too bad, I guess. So upset, hit, and hit. Bam. There we go. Nice. So we've got 2 copper ingots so far. So there we go, that's how you use the bellows. I'm going to retreat inside because it's getting a bit nasty outside. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead during episodes and use some of the basalt bricks that we've had. And I'm going to make a nice little area around our base with these all these brick walls. So that way we don't get any intruders in, and I can space the base out a lot better by putting... Well, I think we'll go upstairs because it's not very nice living down in this kind of... horrible little pit that we've got ourselves in at the minute, but it's kind of home at the minute. But it'll be a lot better when we get upstairs and build a castle of unimaginable coolness. Alright, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. I'll see you soon for another. Have a good one, and goodbye.